how do you select a prime location? All over the country, I don't know where the prime locations are. What's the secret?
Well, there's a lot of things you want to take a look at with finding the right location. Number one is, where do you want to invest? You can start there. Some people are willing to invest across the country. Some people want to invest, within 200 miles. So once you actually kind of narrow down where you're willing to invest, we take you through a process that there are 4 things that you look at to analyze a property. So the first one is, you want to look for an area that you can achieve at least close to 1% of rent to the purchase price. And in this, I'm talking about buy and holds, which are the long-term leases. So what that looks like is, if you find a property for $200,000, you want to make sure that you can get rent that is close to $2,000, which is 1% of the purchase price, or the money that you have into it. The second thing that we advise you to do is to stay in a price range. Again, this is for buy and hold, of 2 to 4% of the median income. And when you do that, whether it is a time of, affluent economic growth, or maybe a tighter time, what that does is it really helps you to keep your property in a price range, both for sale at some point or for rent, where most people can afford it. The other third variable we have you take a look at is to run the numbers, and you want to achieve a minimum of $300 cash flow per door. And then fourth, we want to run a metric that you can earn between 10 and 20% of cash on cash. Now, there's a very practical process that we walk you through, that you can analyze properties right from your phone, right? And you can do it right from home before you have to travel anywhere. And we can, within 5 minutes, I can help you to locate a market that's going to probably work to invest in.
All right, now, so many of you guys are smarter and faster than me. Yeah. I'm loving this. This is just one of 15 areas I wanted to talk about. And this is real secret sauce. She's not playing. Yeah. She's not flirting with the numbers, but I just want to get this straight. Dave, are we hearing that if your average income is like $200,000 in that area, like I'm picking an area around here in Dallas, and that you keep your thing, you keep your what, within 4%, 2 to 4%. So maybe that's going to be $4,000 what, a month? What's that mean?
No, what she was saying is that 2% of the purchase price. So your rent should be 2% of the purchase price. So she hit on 2 mistakes that I've made right off the bat. One, buying property that was way too geographically dispersed, where I had to go and manage it. I own the Commons Mall. I had to drive there and manage it. I had to go and drive and do other things. So I think it's a very practical piece of advice.
Don't buy a mall, ladies and gentlemen, in another state. This is a big secret, big mistake we all make when we're beginners. We buy malls in the wrong state.
The second mistake is I bought a jumbo home. I forget how I ended up with it, but I was going to make it an investment property. But when the market crashed, there's not a lot of market for $1 million+ homes that you have as an investment property, which what Karen was saying is buying something in that price range, Lance, that the average person can afford on 2 to 4% of their income. Is that correct?
2 to 4 times the median income of the area.
Mm-hmm. Can I get that, Dave? This will help you with your next mall. Exactly. The next mall you buy will not be
mistake 13.
That's right. So erase what Dave just said, and say that again, Karen. It was 2 to 4 times the median.
2 to 4 times the median household income. So let me just run a quick scenario by with that. First of all, it's median household income, and you can Google that, but you want to make sure you put in the year. And so let's just say, I'll just use an example. When we started getting into real estate in South Lake, the median income at that time was $168,000 per household. It's gone up since then, of course. So we would multiply 168,000 times 4. And if we were looking at a property that we wanted to hold for an investment property in South Lake, we would not want to go over that. Or if you just take, say it's 100,000 to make it easy, you don't want to buy anything over 400,000 in that market.